Dispositional hiring is a process principals and site-based councils use to get to know candidates on a deeper level. Dispositional questions give a snapshot picture of a candidate's character. One dispositional category that principals and site-based councils use is disposition of self. Disposition of self is defined as a teacher who feels a oneness with all people. She or he perceives him or herself as deeply and meaningfully related to persons of every description.
What's best for students, and no matter what comes up, they're going to continue to look for the differentiation that needs to happen for those kids. Or, they're going to go out of their way to make sure that that student, if they need something, that they're going to give them that extra bit. And sometimes, when we look at some of those teachers that are coming in, and they are more focused on, the students, and they're not focused on themselves or making themselves look better, that those students really do progress so much further when it comes to their education.
When hiring with dispositions of self in mind, school districts should look for individuals who have positive self-perceptions with a can-do attitude and at the same time identify well with people from broad, diverse backgrounds.
I came to Collins because I'm very similar to the students who go here. My mom was a teenage mother, and I let my students know that, who know my background, and that even though I didn't necessarily have everything at hand, I tried, I worked my hardest. So I try to share my life with them.
Teachers who have positive self-perceptions will also have the capacity to understand and feel a compassion for all people, regardless of beliefs and background.
I'm not your dad, our principal, teachers here aren't your parents, but we can kind of be another part of your family here. And so while you've got that going on at home, I know that we can't replace mom or dad, but when you come here, this is a safe place. And outside of teaching drama or teaching art or whatever you teach, we care about you all, as kids here in this building.
Finally, a teacher that demonstrates positive self-perceptions will take great joy in student accomplishments, both inside and outside of the classroom.
There's a quote that I learned in college. I really follow it in teaching, and it's, students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And by showing up to fundraising events and being involved as much as possible and really being interested in things they do outside of the classroom shows them how much I care. And the more they know how much I care, the more respect I get. And the more respect I get from them, the more they're going to learn.
Now that you know what perception of self is, let's see a few examples of teachers at work demonstrating a good perception of self.
Today we're going to take this thing called opera, as we said, a story or conversation that's being sung, and figure out what's really going on with this thing. Let me borrow one more volunteer. Somebody else to sing a conversation with, because we said how odd it would be at Stevens Elementary if we took a whole day and the conversation was sung. We weren't allowed to talk to each other. We were only allowed to sing. Nina, I love your rainbow suspenders. Would you come up here, please, and join me in an operatic conversation? Because, again, most of our plays, the dialogue between characters is spoken. We just talk back and forth. I'd say, hi, Nina, how are you? And you might say, I might say, good morning, Nina, how are you? And you might say,
how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I like your suspenders.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool. How's your third grade going this year?
Good.
Okay, we are having a normal conversation. Now let's do that conversation like it might be in an opera, okay? Because in an opera, everything is what? Everything is sung. Are you ready? Good morning, Nina.
Good morning, Mr. Caddell.
Ooh, what did you have for breakfast?
Waffles.
Waffles. Do you ever eat cereal?
Yes.
What is your favorite kind?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yum, yum, yum. Shake my hand. Do you like my hair?
Yes.
Are you lying to me?
Yes.
Oh no, that hurts my feelings. Give her a hand. All right, now, again, that's what makes opera so unique.
I wouldn't forget you. I would not forget you. All right, sit down. Let's see how's it going.
We don't have any
Come on.
We don't have any.
Hey, don't leave me hanging. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get a good one.
Yes, you did.
I got.
Good enough.
I do.
All right, you ready? You guys get started. Your equation is correct. 2 plus 3. Look at your tens frame. How many red, and then how many green? Where's yours?
I didn't write it down yet.
Oh,
back, you put it there.
Look at me. Who made the mistake?
You.
Me. Can adults make mistakes?
Yes. Well, your baby can. But
Yes.
A baby always.
All right, go for it. So what's your equation?
I'm going to search for my movie. Me?
Great job, buddy.
That was funny stuff. Yes! It was a good joke. See? Cassidy and Nancy liked it. Alright, I'm calling upon...
Suggesting that Mitt Romney wants to be president and that in his meeting with Barack Obama, he tried to act as though he was actually the president or something.
I think you're close.
Maybe.
Did you know, by the way, did you know that they had lunch together last week?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay, because
Okay.
otherwise that cartoon doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it just seems funny in that he's taking the desk. Although I don't know if it's a statement from politics or...
I don't think it's necessarily political. I think it could have been whoever didn't win the election and wouldn't have mattered what.
Yeah.
When hiring a teacher candidate based on perception of self, you are looking for the following characteristics: someone who is upbeat, non-self-centered, and empathetic toward students of all backgrounds.